All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, man, I have something very, very special for you guys. And if you have not tuned into the channel, now YouTube, we're still new to this thing. I'm not a beast out here, but on Instagram and TikTok, we're doing very well. If you want to follow those links, I think Eli is going to set that up for me right here and right here. Check those out and then come back to YouTube. So what we're talking about today, if you've not already looked at the description, is a boat reveal. Now, I have never, in my wildest dreams, would have thought that I would own a boat. Like, I don't know how this happened. It just happened so quick. I got lucky and I got blessed, and I'm still lost for words. I haven't even taken it out yet. So it's been about a month and a half. Weather's been crazy in Texas. We had tornado warnings. We had all kind of crazy things going on. And this is kind of like our first, what I would say, normal day that you can go out and like enjoy yourself without sweating too much or getting too cold or like a tornado coming. But we're gonna unveil this bad boy. So this is but actually, before I even say anything, what do y'all think this boat is? Let's get around it a little bit and see what you think it is. I guess we would block out this part. But what do y'all think it is, man? Some of y'all might know. A lot of people actually stopped me and told me that this was their first boat. So a lot of you guys probably already know what this is. And maybe it's a little bit hard to tell, I don't know, but we're gonna take this bad boy off and get into boat unveil. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if I'm using that right. I feel like I am. Let's do it. It's a mystery to me how it all could happen. A puzzle I just can't. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Your boy a little OCD, bro. I can't help it. Born and raised. It was a case of mistaken identity. I thought you were my love. I thought you were my love. Alright guys, so that is the Skeeter ZX175. This boat I think was built in 1995 or 1994. It's only had 2 owners. Found it on Craigslist and ended up snagging it, man. It was a family friend. We knew we could trust it. He ended up putting this new carpet in. I'm gonna show you a picture of what it looked like before. It was not the prettiest thing, but when this carpet came through my phone and I got a picture of it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like that blue. Like, that looks kind of weird just because of the angle he took on the phone. When I saw this in person, I was blown away. I'm never gonna change the color of this carpet. Hopefully it lasts long. The owner of the boat, his father was actually a carpet guy. So he owned a carpet company and he knew how to lay it all. So it actually ended up turning out really good. Eli's gonna get some close-up shots for you on the door panels and things like that. But I truly believe that this blue came out really well and he did a good job on it. So let's start at the front of the boat. Right here we got the, I've never really used Motor Guide, but one thing I learned about this trolling motor is when I had it on this mode right here, which is that T, I don't know anything about these trolling motors, but I do know that it was running really fast even on 0. It was running really fast. And then I also, when I had it on this and this one, it just kept continuously running at a high speed. So no matter what gauge I had it at, it would go fast. And then there was a setting that it would just keep running no matter what, or it would only just shut off. So maybe you guys can help me with that. I am gonna upgrade to a different trolling motor. Maybe you guys can leave some tips down below. I did hear that the Ultrex by Minn Kota is a good trolling motor, but we're just taking everything one step at a time. I definitely wanna know some upgrades down below, where I should start. Should I start on the battery, electronics, or should I start on a trolling motor or something like that? So just let me know. Again, this is all new to me, but it's my first boat and I could not be more excited. All right, so we talked about the trolling motor, my issues with that. Let's start moving more towards the storage. I got a nice little footstep here on that, what is it called, trailer. But let's open these bad boys up. Look what we got there, man. Full on storage, man. I always thought my first boat would be a John boat. Like, just to be 100% with you, you know, PondBoy, I thought it was gonna be a John boat. I had no idea that this was gonna happen. And you know, my kayak, it is pretty much a boat, but this is where it's at. Like, it can fit more people comfortably. And I feel like we could just take the little man out on it and have just crazy experiences. So let's open this bad boy up. You already see, look at that, man. Should I throw a rod in there and just see how it fits? I'm gonna throw a rod. I haven't even put a rod in here, bro. I've not put a rod in here yet. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna just shove that in here real quick just to see. I honestly don't know if it'll fit in there. Hold up. Oh yeah, that's nice and comfy. That's way better than taking it in and out of the car, man. Look at that. All right, but that's just gonna fall down, so we gotta get some new, these bad boys, but there's so much. Look, I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, seriously, that's ridiculous. Sorry, I'm sweating a little bit. We're getting like some weird weather. There's probably gonna be a storm next week, but all right, let's close that up. Close this one up too. I just got some pumps in here. So when I have the cover on, I did notice that a lot of water gets stuck in there. Eli's gonna put up a picture for you. We did figure out that the hand pump doesn't work, and you're better off spending 50 bucks and getting one of these bad boys right here. That's how you get that water off. So, learning each day. I got extra props in here. That's the one that came with it. Still smells like gas, bro. Then we got the extra trolling motor prop. I was told that the prop that we have on there right now is way better than this one, but it is nice to have a backup. I mean, backup, I guess. Would that still work? I don't know. I don't even know how to install this. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to the emotions that I'm feeling right now. Not just the excitement, but also the confusion. It's like, hold on, bro, this is cool and all, but what happens if like we get on the water and we don't know what we're doing? Which I'll talk about that story later. I've already had a crazy experience. So that's our storage up front. We also have a chair up here. They bought these from Bass Pro Shop, and it actually matches the boat pretty well, man. I'm not gonna lie, it looks great. They do feel comfortable. There's 2 spots, and I guess this just goes right here on each one, but you can either be closer or further from that trolling motor. So if I got Pops on here, he'll definitely like that. And also, I forgot to mention, it is cool too to have locks on here. I don't know if these work. I think that's something that I'll probably replace later on, but that is pretty cool. So that's another thing. So we can put this on here and it'll actually heighten the seat, so you're not sitting just like that. All right, let's keep going. Oh, Eli, look at this, bro. What boom, bro. So this, I guess, is where you can tie on to the docks. Is that not cool? Definitely gonna replace that, but it is on both sides. Oh yeah, super cool, man. Super cool. Okay, let's keep going. Now obviously there's no windshield, so on those windy days it'll be tough, you know, be really down there riding. Another thing is how loose that steering wheel is as well. So I heard that with this, it's actually like mechanical steering, so it's not power steering. So you actually have to like grease those wires and stuff. I'm just gonna stop right there because they don't know what I don't even know what I'm talking about. But you guys probably know what I'm talking about. So we'll leave that alone. I'm not gonna get too into details on things like that. But this is where the big dog stands, man. It's that lever right here. That's super cool. We got some buttons that I have no idea do. They got fuel, light, the bilge. I don't know what these two do. Man, I don't know. I should probably not touch that power. A bunch of stuff that probably does not work. Golly, it's getting hot. We got the power and the horn. Oh, the horn does work. That's good. Okay, then over here, we'll slide over. Now, this is what I like. I do like that it's a dual console because I'm gonna have little man on here a lot. He's 4 years old. He's gonna grow up, you know, on this boat. So he's gonna have all his snacks in here. He loves when he has his own stuff. So he's gonna be throwing his snacks, his toys. Like, you wouldn't believe what could fit in here. Like my arm, I could fit a lot of stuff in here. So he's gonna have his toys, his blasters, my phone, all kind of things like that. So I love that the storage is just right there, and there also has a lock on it. So I do love the dual console, and I don't think that's something I'm gonna take out. I just think it's really cool. Let's go to the seat right here. Once you lift that back, you have even more storage. To the right, it gets pretty deep. It goes that way, but right here, you have like a waterproof section right here. So all that is plastic, but as you get over there, it becomes carpet. I think this is a great place to put personal information, your driver's license, keys, and things like that. You just know it's right there on your butt. We are gonna change out these seats because I'm not gonna be, you know, pulling up to Lake Fork with tape on my stuff, man. Other than that, I'm completely fine with the boat, but we gotta change those seats. So another cool thing is, I looked at this thing all the way back, and it seems like when we do take these seats out, it'll be pretty easy. as we start getting back here, there's gonna be something very special that again, I never thought I would have. I thought I would start out with a John boat. I can't believe that I have an actual boat right now, but I'm gonna take this seat off and show you something cool, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Live wells, bro.
Hell yeah.
Live wells for those shots. I can see it now, just pulling out those big fish after that long, hard day of lake fishing, man. I'm definitely gonna hit the lakes more. We might even switch over to Lake Boys for a couple weeks, but we definitely are gonna be filling these live wells up with some big fish. I don't know how I can explain how big it is, but I guarantee you can fit 2 10-pound bass in here comfortably and not have a problem. So that's crazy for a boat that was built in the 90s to have live wells this big. Super cool, man. Then we got more storage over here and more storage over here. I don't know, man. I've always fished out of my car. I've always fished out of the back of my trunk. So I have no idea how I'm gonna fill all this stuff up, but I do know that it gives me another hobby to spend money on. You know, I already spend money on tackle and things like that, but now I need tackle boxes, I need boat stuff, I need to, you know, upgrade the boat, I need to change, like, it's just never gonna end. So I can upgrade the kayak as much as I want, but this boat is gonna get a lot of upgrades, guys. Please let me know down below what you think we should be upgrading, because my mind is just running right now and I don't wanna start spending money on the wrong things. So let's get over to the reason why we're not on the water right now is because, one, I don't have a truck. I have this Volkswagen right here. I don't know if it could actually tow the boat, but I'm not gonna risk it right now while this boat is on an incline. I do want to try it while it's flat, but right now it's on an incline and I don't want that force to mess up the car or the boat, right? Or go through the fence and hit the neighbors, whatever. So let's put this seat over here. One thing I did notice is you can't open up this back part with the seat down. It kind of gets in the way, but let me show you the mess, bro. Now this, like, you know, there had to be something, bro. 1994, 2 owners. There had to be something, right? So I have no clue what's going on here, but I do know I messed up, guys. That battery's not supposed to be there. Look at all these wires. Like, I have to actually get somebody to come out here, because you're not gonna believe this, but I tried to jump the boat. Yeah, I tried to jump the boat, man. I tried to use my car. Let me show you something. Let me show you where I went wrong. I tried to use my car to jump the starter battery off, and I just can't believe I'm even saying this right now. I know everybody's gonna be cringing right down in the comments, but I tried to jump my starter battery with my car battery, and I fried, look at this, dude. Started frying the wires. Things literally start to catch on fire. Now, I'm not even making this up. Look at these 2 batteries. These were the 2 batteries that were in there, and look, they got burnt, right? Like, am I lying? You can see it. I got battery acid on my hands and everything. So the guy who wired it, he apparently said that he used a starting motor and a regular battery to run the trolling motor. So when I tried to jump off the battery, I was initially jumping off 2 positives, and that's what made the fire. Now, I probably sound super stupid, but either way, I just want to tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. So I do need help. If anybody's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you guys want to, you know, recommend me to a place to go to kind of like just get knowledge on this, because I know I'm not the only one who's in this position or who has been in this position, you know, and not everybody knows, you know, everything about a boat when they first get it. So I'm definitely okay with, you know, letting you know about my not knowing this, right? So throughout this whole entire journey, you guys are going to see me upgrade this boat, have some wins and losses, and I'm going to document it all, man. I'm just going to be honest and straightforward with you guys. Like, this does intimidate me, and that battery issue, like the fact that I really tried to start the battery with a positive, negative, and, you know, all those things happened, that scared me. It's a 1994. The gas, you can smell the gas, and I just didn't want to plug it up or, you know, risk it on my own trying to fix it, and I just left it completely alone. So I really need some help from you guys, not just down in the comment section, but I actually need somebody to come help me with this wiring and things like that, guys. So after we've went through this entire mess, let's get to the sauce, guys. Now, I was very surprised at how fast this boat moved, and I'm just excited to show you guys the new No, that's kind of old, guys, but it still gets up, bro. It still gets up. It says a 175, but I was told it's actually a 150. I don't know why they would disrespect me like that and scare me like that, but that 150 is way more than enough power to get from point A to point B. Me and Joe got on this bad boy and we just took off. I was just smiling the entire time. I couldn't believe I was going that fast. So today we're not going to be, we might be able to actually start this up. I don't know if I'm going to get it started up. Remember I told you about the battery issue, but this week me and Eli are gonna go out on this bad boy and actually get it on the water. I have taken it out on my own. Oh, actually I haven't taken it out on my own. I took it out with the owner. We didn't really film that much, but this time when I take it out, it's gonna be raw and we're gonna try to just go out there and have fun and catch some fish. So you're gonna get that initial startup and things like that. All right guys, so that's that. Oh, I did forget to mention that this bad boy right here, I heard that this is a big deal. Again, I don't know, man. I really don't know anything about boats. I'm still learning gear ratios, man. So it's all complicated for me, but I did hear that you can just plug it in and it will let you know if you need to check your input levels, if the charging is full or if the charging is in progress. So I did learn that, but again, can't really use it without starting a fire. So that is that. Let's get into the things that I do not like about the boat. I know, guys. Oh my gosh, he just got a brand new boat and he's figuring out the things that he doesn't like. I mean, it's just the American thing to do, right? Like, we're never satisfied. That's definitely a joke. Don't let that go over your head. Okay, so let's go over the things I don't like. Definitely the wiggle waggle in the dang on steering wheel, man. Like, that is not where it's at, man. It doesn't make me feel comfortable out on the water. That first day I was literally doing this to turn that motor, man. I'm not kidding you. So I did hear that that's just how it is, but I don't believe that and I want to fix that. Another thing is when I start to put it into gear, the motor kind of goes boom 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 and then it'll go into gear. We'll show that on part 2. I'm not on the water right now, but that is a thing that I don't feel like is good for the boat and it probably would scare my kid. So that's one thing I don't like. And also, if you could get, you know, on this, these panels are kind of old. I feel like this is an easy fix and I feel like it might be one of the cheapest things that I could upgrade. Is just how that is an eyesore, how, you know, these pieces are melting off. I feel like changing out this panel wouldn't be too expensive and it would add a lot more life to this boat. So as you can see right here, the fading on this boat is unbelievable. That's another thing that I would want to change is trying to wrap it or, you know, cleaning it up a little bit. I try to do it myself and I don't think we should talk about that right now. But yeah, try to do it myself and that wasn't it. So I tried to do the battery, try to do the restoration on the boat, and I just put the thing back on. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to stop. So I need to hire somebody. But another thing that I did not like was obviously the trolling motor issue that I had. I do not like the fact that it was just running continuously like that. That is just straight, like, that is just very dangerous. And as you can see, it actually cut right here. So if it can cut that deep, imagine what it would have done to my hand, you know? So that is one thing that I do want to change. Other than that, I feel like everything else on this boat is just perfect. I'm glad that it's not a really new boat. I can beat it up. If I don't want it or I want to upgrade, I can sell it for probably almost exactly what I got it for right now. The market is crazy for boats and I feel like it's only going to go up as fishing becomes more popular. Around here in Texas, we have so many bodies of water that it would be pretty easy to sell this boat, you know, for a starter or something like that. But again, I think that I want to give it to my son when he gets older, and he'll probably remember this boat just as I did. Let's come over here to this bad boy right here. Definitely don't like that. I'm gonna have to switch that out, but it does look a little vintage, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you, that thing does look a little vintage right there. But yeah, wiggle waggle, dash, we kind of touched everything that I didn't like. And the last thing that I would want to change is definitely just, you know, buffing out this trailer. I don't like how there's so much rust around it. It's not too much of a deal, but it's not too big of a deal. But when you have like the new appliances like this guy right here and this new appliance, and then you got all that rust, I just don't like it. It's kind of an eyesore to me. I know that could be an easy fix, and I feel like that's another cheap upgrade that we can do. So we got 3 tires. I do like that it's a lighter boat. This isn't a big boat, right? Like, it's not massive, so the Volkswagen might be able to pull it. I actually pulled a U-Haul all the way to South Carolina with the kayak on the top. And there was no tug or resistance on the car at all. There was actually a point where I forgot that the trailer was back there. So that was cool. I couldn't believe that the Tiguan did that. So maybe you might see this bad boy getting pulled by the Tiguan. We got all the lights hooked up on the back of the Tiguan, so it actually is ready. It has a hitch and everything. It's ready to roll. So, I mean, that's it, man. Other than that, everything is amazing on this boat. I could not be more excited. Oh, one more thing I do want to show you. I don't think we talked about this, but the guy had these built-in chests, man. Is that not cool? Look at these ratchets right here. Now, like I said, I don't know much about the boats, but y'all know that this is cool. I'm sure that's gonna save me so much time getting on the water, and I'll probably remember it more than if I had to, you know, do it the jankier way. We do have a transducer down there, but that is not the right one. Talk about that a whole nother time. Let's see if we got any. Bro! We might be able to start this up real quick. Hold on. Hold on, brother. The keys to the whip. Hold up now. All right, guys, this will be the final thing that I do before I do the outro. I did hear that you had to pump this a couple times until it gets hard, and that means that it's funneling the gas up to the motor. So it's using that air to siphon the gas from the one motor all the way up to this big boy. Let me know if I said that completely wrong. Bash me in the comments. I do not mind, because again, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna try to pump this up, see if we can get that gas in there. I was told that I have to mix the gas, so that's gonna be a whole nother experiment that I don't want to mess with yet, and I'm just glad that he filled it up before he gave it to me. Okay, so that ball is solid now. We also have a little leak right there. That's gas, Bubba. All right, step back, bro. Now, you usually want ears on there. We do have ears, but we're just gonna try to turn it over a little bit and see if it turns over. We're not gonna run it or anything like that. I do know that you can do that. So let's plug it in, plug it in. Oh, you usually want the boat key. That'll actually help. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I was told that you pull this down halfway, choke it. Oh, I gotta turn the power on. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, we don't have power. Okay, we got power. It's dead. Yeah, it's dead, guys. So again, you'll probably see us on the water. I probably look so dumb doing this, but yeah, guys, that's just part of it, you know, not knowing how to get the batteries and things like that. But I don't know why the horn would work. Oh, now I guess we just used all that battery trying to get the motor up and down and then doing the horn, and that's probably why we don't have enough battery to start it up. But yeah, guys, that's that, and next time you see us, we'll be on the water.